Hey everybody, how's it going? So got something real special for you here today. We've got a very special guest on the show from the band Lords of the Trident. It's Mr. Ty Christian. Now, I met Ty at NAMM there a couple years ago. Sarah Longfield set something up with us to do a podcast on a mutual friends show, and we had an absolute blast. For all you guys who are sitting out there, well, who the hell is this guy? Why should we give him any money? Ty, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you created these courses?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in music for a long time, probably since I was very, very young, and I've been part of the music industry for
and as opposed to right now where you're very, very old.
Oh, I'm an old man. Oh, I've just got my AARP card in the mail.
Okay, very good.
I've been the singer of Lords of the Trident for 15 years. I've been a roadie, a professional roadie. I'm the executive director of a music charity organization, and I've toured around the world playing with my band 100% independent. And we've been actually able to make money doing it. So I found a nice way to balance all of the very expensive things of the music industry in a very DIY way that anybody can do.
Well, yeah. Now here's the thing. This is why I wanted to have you come on board with Spectre Digital and all this kind of stuff, because some of the bands I've worked with over the years, they'll tell me stories about they go out on the road for months on end, and then they come home with no money and a pile of bills to pay, and they've got no way of doing it. So you've actually cracked the code. You figured out how you can go out as an indie band and actually make money.
Absolutely. Yep. And it's not that hard. Anybody can do it. And there's all sorts of aspects to it that we break down in this course, from merchandising to effective tour planning to just general stuff like security on the road, where to sleep, how to eat.
Okay, sort of you mean effective tour planning. You mean going from Seattle to Atlanta to Albuquerque in 3 days might not be the smartest course of action?
No, absolutely, absolutely not. And we go through this tour plan that I've set together that actually combines a number of mini tours. We call it the 5-point crushing star technique of doom for your tour. We've been using this technique for 5-6 years, and since we started using this technique, we have had every single tour come back in the black. We have not lost money on a single tour in 6 years, which is wild for me to say.
Now, here's the thing. Okay, so now Sarah brings this up all the time. When she tours, she says, the bar owners start demanding a cut of the merch. Now, do you have a plan on how to deal with that and tell those bar owners to go get a baton, wrap it in barbed wire and shove it up their asses?
There's a couple of ways to get around that. First off, you play the sympathy card. Oh, we're just a small independent band, and you're taking our ramen away from us. What are you doing? So there's that. The more practical thing, and honestly the thing that you artists do, independent or otherwise, is you just lie on your tally sheet. You say you sold 10 shirts instead of 50. I mean, that's how it actually works.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because the bar owner's going to lie to you anyway on ticket sales. Packed
Exactly.
house. Wow, we didn't quite the attendance we were expecting, so there's a little less money to be had. So yeah, okay. You can't expect the bar owners to be honest with you, so why the hell should you be honest with them? Okay, you know what? Normally I'm all for honesty, but in this case, if you're out there trying to make a living, it's not like you're going to make money selling records. You got to make money selling your merch. And if the bar owner's demanding a cut of that, fuck that shit. Seriously.
Yeah, merch cuts are the devil. Fuck them.
Well, okay. So, and this is the thing. One of the key to touring and making money is selling merch, is it not?
100%. Actually, 90% of our income night to night comes in from merch. And as far as I'm aware, 90% of any band's income on a tour, whether you're opening for Dragon Force or whether you're playing your tiny club in the next city over, 90% of your income is going to come from your merch. And it's important to understand how to actually make merch yourself, because then you can cut out the middleman and you don't have to pay those high prices, or you don't have to make 60 shirts with the design that your drummer thinks is really cool. And it turns out nobody else in the entire world thinks that design is cool. You can easily make 5 to 10 shirts at a time and sell them on the road. I've actually even seen the situation where people will bring, a small screen printing kit with them on the road, and if they run out of shirts, they'll run down to a Walmart, pick up couple blank shirts, print some more, and then boom, you can even do this in front of the fans. So it's like, ooh, handcrafted by the band at the show. You know, I saw him get ink all over his face. It was amazing.
That's super cool. I never even thought of it that way. Now that's the key there is, printing yourself. Now, in my situation, I do, print on demand, and that gets mailed out and whatnot because, I was trying to do my show and I was spending 3 nights a week, bagging up shirts and whatnot. I had some local guys doing called Merch Runners. They're amazing people. If you're in the Windsor area, they're awesome dudes. But, if you're a band touring, yeah, you want to save as much as possible, and you can do it by you're making your own screen prints. But the trick is you're limited to one color. But you can do awesome stuff with one color.
Yeah, and then the thing is like the limitations breed creativity, whether that's in creating your shirt designs, whether that's in writing your music. If you give yourself a limitation, you're going to come up with ways to get around it. And there's actually ways to do multiple colors on shirts in a DIY way, and we actually discuss how to do that in the course. And it's a little bit more interesting than you think it would be. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So part of DIY band is constructing your own screen printing and doing that. Let's roll the clip of that right now and show these guys what's in the course.
When you're ready to print, hold your squeegee at a 45-degree angle and press forward across the design, applying even pressure. Remove the screen and your shirt is printed. Once you've printed your shirt, remember the ink is still wet. So don't let the shirt touch anything else. Carefully remove it from the printing surface and place it under your heat lamps. Typically, I let these shirts cook for about 15 minutes before placing them.
All right, that was super cool. Now, the other really important part of this, and you guys, this is kind of like, let's call it, you're kind of a DIY Gary V thing. I listen to a lot of Gary V podcasts. He tells about how he, rearranged his dad's liquor store and tripled his sales, that kind of thing. And what you're talking about right now is setting up your merch table to actually move product.
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many bands out there that forget to bring a sign or just throw a t-shirt and a CD on a blank white table and hope that that someone will come around and give them hundreds of dollars. And a merch table is a lot like a storefront. You have to make it presentable, you have to make it professional. The more professional your storefront is, the higher tier your quality of your products seem. So it's really important that if you spend so much time making this art, making this music, making the designs that go on your t-shirts, it's important that you present them in a way that makes people want to buy them. Otherwise, you're sitting with 100 t-shirts in your basement for the next 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it all comes down to presentation. I mean, do you recommend getting those things made up, where the rollout poster things, you got the little stand and all that. You see bands use those all the time. Do you recommend those on your merch table? How about lighting? Any of that shit?
Yeah, I think those are a great option, but those are also kind of expensive. Right?
Okay.
And the whole ethos of the course is to find cheap ways to do something very similar or even maybe better than that. So we talk about very simple, very cheap ways for stuff like, laminating your signs, for getting, cheap cloth to go over your table, for setting things up in an effective way that not only makes people want to buy more merchandise, but also do things like sign up for your mailing list and follow you while you're on social media and while you're on tour. There's so many very, very, very simple things and very cheap things that bands can do to increase their nightly sales that a lot of them are just not doing. We even go into some of maybe a little bit more expensive, maybe on that same tier of the pull-out posters. One of the things that we've done a while ago is we made DIY digital signage, and we carry that around with us in a full-on fold-out merch box that I actually built myself. It looks like an old school medicine guy coming down in the Old West, it kicks out and it folds out and everything plops open. So we've got that. We've got digital signage, and we can modify that.
What is digital signage?
Yeah, digital signage is. I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen it.
Old computer monitors or something?
That would be cool if you had that aesthetic. But you walk into a McDonald's and you look up at the board, and it's not a board anymore. It's a bunch of TVs.
It's a bunch of flat screens, right? Well, that's what I mean. Is it what do you got? Some fold-out LCDs or something like that?
Yeah, we've got.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Like a 40-inch flat screen TV, and then when we want to update the merch signage and all that sort of stuff, we can do that.
Are you sure
I know?
Are you sure the bar owner isn't going to charge you $300 for using his electricity?
We've not gotten that one yet. But,
apparently you haven't played the whiskey then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we've not played the whiskey.
Those guys are going to charge you for everything, so I'd really recommend not playing the whiskey. Pay to play, pay to do this, pay to do that. You even want to videotape yourself, they won't let you do it. They're going to charge you to do it themselves.
Oh my gosh. Yep, we'll skip that one.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not a DIY-friendly
Legendary
venue.
Club or not, it's a fucking scam. All right, so that's DIY merch. Definitely a course you're going to want to take if you're getting out on the road. Because let's face it, there's not a lot of information out there about touring. So a lot of guys go into it flying blind, it's going to be this great big party. We're going to make all this money. And then they go out tour and then they don't make any money because everybody just robs them blind, for everything they possibly can, especially if you wind up are dumb enough to sign up to play a gig at the whiskey. But you've got some great info here on how to do that, but you've also got DIY tour. And this is how to set up your tour so you don't wind up burning through so much gas, especially when it's $6, $7 a gallon down in the States. Like, damn.
Yeah, it's been nuts lately. And the nice thing about doing having this information with the DIY tour that we have in the course is that you can set up tours that are effective and that actually make you money. And not only that, tours where you play to people, you play to fans. Even on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night, I can show you how to make that happen. So in the course, we go through all sorts of different things in terms of planning effective routing. We have what's called the 5-point crushing star technique that we use to make that happen. We have the revolving compass of doom. That's another great one. And then, of course, we've also provided with the course a really wonderful spreadsheet to help you keep track of all of the places that you're playing, the gas costs, and do all the math and the calculations for you. Everything is set up so that you only plug in a few numbers and you plug in a few address locations, and the entire spreadsheet gets filled out, tells you how much you have to make night per night, and it updates automatically night per night. And basically tells you, what you need to be successful on the tour that you've got planned. Additionally, we also do a bunch of stuff with building your own IEMs, your in-ear monitors, building your own road cases. The course is very is all over the place in terms of everything you need for an effective tour and to make money.
Okay, so we were talking about the driving distance thing. I think we got a clip from the course about that. Let's roll it right now and get a look at what you're talking about.
Search Google for a driving radius map. This is a map that will show you how far you can drive in any given direction for the number of hours you specify. Enter your home address as the starting point. We're going to calculate how far we can drive in, let's say, 10 hours. You should discuss maximum driving time with your band to figure out what your band's pain point is. For example, everyone might be comfortable driving up to 10 hours in a given day. If that's the case, 10 hours will be the maximum time from your last gig to your house. On the map, choose a 10-hour driving radius and hit calculate. I'm using the Oally map at oally.net. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. We now have a 10-hour driving distance in all directions, as well as some of the major cities in the area. We're going to plot a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday drive for all 8 of the cardinal directions: north, northwest, west, southwest, south, southeast, east, and northeast. Sunday will be our drive back day. Once per month, we're going to do a mini tour in one of those directions and then rotate to the next one. So, for example, in March, I'm going to do a southbound mini tour. On my map, I see Peoria, St. Louis, and Memphis are all in that southern direction.
So yeah, spreadsheets for touring. Who'd have thunk it? Wow. Geez, you guys are thinking, okay, so simple numbers, nothing too big of a deal. Just don't let your drummer do it. All right, so that's Ty Christian with DIY merch and DIY tour. If you're in a band that's looking to get out on the road this summer, and I know everybody is just itching to get back out there after 2 years of lockdowns and bullshit, this probably is the course you want to check out, or a pair of courses. Now, we're running a sale from today, which is April 21st all the way to May 1st. And we're going to call this little campaign, Don't Be a Dummy, Learn to make money. And that's what you want to do when you go out on the road. It's not just about having a good time. You actually want to make some money. So Ty's going to show you how to do that, how to cut some corners and learn how to do a lot of this stuff yourself instead of having to pay other people. If you're motivated enough, you want to get out on the road and tour as an independent act, and you want to make some money, I definitely recommend checking out this freaking course because it's amazing. All right, so now they're both normally priced at $99, but we're doing the intro rate for both courses as a package for $135. That's going to be available from now until May 1st. It's just going to be a very limited time. Don't be a dummy. Learn how to make money with Ty. Thanks so much for being on the show, Ty.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited for everybody to be checking out these courses, and super excited for everybody to be saving money on the road and making money on the road.
Absolutely. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys out there on the road. And once again, if you're looking to get out there, I definitely recommend checking out this course because it's got the info you're going to need. Once again, follow the link in the description below. It's going to be on sale till May 1st. And until next time, don't be a dummy. Learn to save money.